So the Ministry of Small Businesses has relaxed regulations for permits to be issued to informal food traders. Now, municipalities have now called upon to ensure that the relevant business units that issue these permits are given out and that traders are appropriately equipped and protected to limit their exposure to the virus. Joining us on the line to discuss this a bit further, also to help us understand how the process will unfold, is Nthatisi Modingoane, who's Deputy Director for Media Relations in Johannesburg. Nthatisi, thanks very much for your time. Welcome to Newsroom Africa. Let's hear it from you first. Give us an understanding why the process that was underway has been put to a halt.
Good morning, Ayanda, and thank you very much for the opportunity to clarify this matter. Yes, the city started the process on Monday to issue permits to food traders who trade in vegetables and fruit in the city of Johannesburg. So what transpired, seems like people didn't understand the regulation properly, because a large crowd of people who do not qualify in terms of the relaxation started flocking in. Others are people that are selling cooked food. Other people are people that are coming from outside the boundaries of the city of Johannesburg and so forth. So in respect of the social distancing and being able to protect people from exposure to COVID-19, we decided to temporarily halt the process and look at the means of issuing these permits in a different way that doesn't expose people to COVID-19. Lucky enough, by the time we temporarily suspended the process, we had already issued about 1,200 temporary permits. And in terms of the city's database of those people that are qualified to receive this permit as per the relaxation of the regulation, we have about 1,600 people on our database. So, and we have the details of those people that still have to receive those permits. What we've decided as of yesterday was that these people will be contacted individually, and it will be segmented according to region. To say, if you are in region A and you are Mr. So-and-so, you will be called and be notified to say, go and pick up your permit at the nearest municipal office, so that we avoid issues of crowd gathering and exposure to COVID-19.
According to the figures you've given us, that means there's about 400 people that need to be contacted for that process to get underway. What happens in the interim? I mean, for argument's sake, if I'm the 339th person that still needs to be contacted, what do I do whilst I wait for your call, given, of course, that it would practically be illegal to operate without a permit?
Yeah, we understand the frustrations and we understand the anxiety when it comes to loss of income that has happened over the days. And we have made a commitment to ensure that by the end of this week we complete the process. So the teams are out there phoning people as of late yesterday because those permits are ready because we have all the details of the people that are on our database and they've been prepared. They're just being dispatched to the nearest offices where people can go and just collect. So when you go there, you don't even have to wait a queue. You just go in and as per the instruction from the telephone to say, go to room so-and-so and you'll get your permit, and your permit will be there waiting for you.
The 1,600 figure that you spoke about is still quite a large crowd, right? I mean, I imagine if they all were to arrive, you'd still potentially have an overcrowding issue, which raises questions about why you are not necessarily, at least at the face of it, able to anticipate that kind of problem. Take us through, the complexities insofar as that is concerned, if there are any.
Now, the 1,600 Ayanda is throughout the city of Johannesburg. That is all the 7 regions of the city of Johannesburg, starting from Midrand down to Orange Farm. It's a spread of an area. So what we did in anticipation and trying to avoid issues of the issuing of fraudulent documents, because a day before the issuing of the actual permit, we received the report of people obtaining fraudulent documents from different areas in the city of Johannesburg, and some arrests were made in that regard. So we centralized the process just to make sure that the authenticity of the process is protected. So we on hindsight, when we saw the large crowd, we looked at other ways of trying to make sure that the social distancing principles are respected.
I do imagine, though, that a whole lot of people would want to still inquire, for instance, if they don't receive a call, but they consider themselves as having qualified for this new provision. What kind of recourse is there for them? I mean, are people still able to come to your offices to make these types of inquiries?
Now, let me clarify, because I think people misunderstood and didn't understand the criteria per se. Yeah. Because one of the things that we picked up as people were coming in and from the queues, one of the challenges was people that were first-time traders, people that wanted to come into this kind of business. And we were clear when we started with the communication to say this process is not really for first-time traders. It's for people that have been registered on the city's database, that have smart cards or ID identification that have been registered with the city, allowing them to trade over the years. And these people should only be selling fruits and vegetables, no sweets, no cigarettes, and so forth. And it should be people that are trading within the boundaries of the city of Johannesburg. So what we're doing now, we're saying to people that are first-time traders and are not in the relaxation category, they should wait until the call down ends, so that they can visit our offices, and then we can do the new registrations and look at compliance in other areas of informal trading.
All right. Hopefully this issue will be resolved very quickly. We don't have to state why. It's obviously linked to people's livelihoods. Thank you very much for providing that clarity for us. Certainly appreciate it. That was Nthatisi Modingoane, who's the Deputy Director of the Media Liaisons Officer for the City of Johannesburg.